Hi everybody. You know, I thought I'd turn the camera on this morning as I walked to work on this drizzly day and share with you a little bit about what an upload I did last night, which was really just a test upload. But I didn't give offer any explanation about what it was, and so I thought I'd do that now. This video I guess is about me, so if you can suffer the indulgence of talking about myself for a bit, please, you're welcome to stay. Otherwise, you don't have to stay. I'm not going to talk about anything else more interesting than that. Ever since I was about in my teens, I've always kept a little book with me and jotted down ideas and even drawings and the like, and mostly little poems. I've never likened myself a poet, and I don't write poetry that rhymes, but I just write ideas that kind of like little nutshell things. I'll show you. I keep this book here. It's always in my pocket right here. This is just my current one, and it's just full of junk and nonsense. And if you open it up, you can't. No one can even. I doubt that anyone could even read the stuff that I write. You can see it's just scribbles and smiles and whatnot. Yes, I write a lot of smiles. I started doing that in my teens, and I continued that, and it got kind of intense in my mid-20s when I came to Japan for the first time, and I was living for 2 years here. I was down in Osaka, and I was writing illustrated poems every day. I did it for an incredible quantity. I had a little work area set up there, and I was writing. I would listen to loud music and I have ideas and write them down and illustrate them with the pictures. And if you imagine life as having stages and periods, that was a youthful, incredibly optimistic, I can't even describe it, an incredibly positive thinking period of my life. I've always been an optimistic, upbeat type of person, but especially so then. I've got some photos somewhere. I looked like a rainbow hippie. I had long hair. I always wore, colorful clothes, and even painted my bike all kinds of colors and smiley faces all over it. It's amazing that Yumiko stuck with me through that period. She and I were indeed together then. She was my girlfriend then, a couple years into our relationship. And I returned to the States at that time with literally boxes. Storage boxes full of art and drawings and writing and all kinds of stuff, and I've never thought much of it. I've always considered that to be simply like an exercise in my life, and an endeavor to learn to play with words and to express things, and they've always just sat in that box. Anyway, near the end of that, I collected my favorite thoughts from those periods, those favorite little illustrations, into a little volume. I wouldn't dare to call it a book, but a little volume of probably 50 pages or so, and I called it In Agreement with the Sunrise, which was the name of one of the poems in the book. In Agreement with the Sunrise. It's a big old hefty thing full of these big thick papers, and I've never done anything with it. It's just sat in a box with the other boxes forever and ever, and I enjoy this iPhone so much, and I'm having so much fun now with two particular channels. The GERD channel, which is really a modern expression of what I've always done. Is the GERD channel is what I do with these little notebooks, which are raw, spontaneous ideas thrown into notebooks, which I have all these piled up, and now I'm starting to do it on video on the GERD Speak channel. And then the other one is the new channel, the Japan Sounds channel, where you kind of capture the auditory sensations, the audible sensations of the world around me here in Japan, and capture those with select little images to try and bring that together. I'm having so much fun with that, and I had an idea to try and capture some of those old images and put them on video, in video format. Show the picture, read the poem, if you can call it a poem, and share my thoughts about what I was doing when I made that particular piece. And I on a whim last night, I grabbed one of the very first illustration out of that book and tried it, and that's what that upload was last night. A Planet with a View, that's what it was called. And so that's what I'm up to, and I think it kind of worked out pretty good. And I think I'm probably gonna do more. I've actually created a playlist in agreement with the sunrise playlist, and I'm probably going to go ahead and upload intermittently all the pages from that book, and maybe even more. And the reason to do that is that I found that in the process of using the video format, I can talk about the picture and expand upon the ideas, as in addition to just having the poem there. And that was a lot of fun. One thing you'll find that's characteristic about that, if you've stuck with me this far and you're still watching that and you're interested, wow, it's loud. One of the things that's characteristic about those illustrations is the incredible optimistic nature of everything, and which I said before, and I still have that. It's still an essential part of myself. But since then, life is, you know, that was in my mid-20s then. I'm in my late 80s, late 40s now. Sometimes it feels that way. And life has certainly tempered and dampened and mellowed some of that spirit. But I've still got it. I've still got it. I haven't lost it. But now I think, and it's funny because the contrast, if I can be so, you know, if I just continue talking about myself for a bit, my current writing is certainly a lot more, deals a lot more with trial, you know, if you know, trials, difficulties, challenges, because I'm fascinated with the educational process that life gives through maturation and the utilization of experience in building one into from an adolescent into adult and into old age. I can't wait to see. Hopefully, I'll be around to experience that part as well. So I'll probably go ahead and throw this video up as the first video in the new playlist. The No More Looking, In Agreement with the Sunrise. No More Looking Out for Number One. That's another one. That's another project for the future. So that's a book that a long essay that I wrote. It's sitting somewhere. Anyway, I'll probably put this up as the first video of explanation, and then I'll go ahead and upload all of the pages in the same order that they appear in the book. I got to put the title up too. It's up there. It's illustrated as well. And then there it'll be in an explanation. And you know, my kid when she's older, any of her kids, anybody else who might be interested can look at it and have a little bit of an annotated version of a youthful exercise in spontaneity, joy, and optimistic interest in the world around us. There you go, friends. Thank you very much. I'll sign off for now. Thank you if you lasted this long. Thank you for sharing with me some indulgence in my own self. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.